Hi, and welcome to our show. You know, this is the time of the year where we all make resolutions. We think about where we've been and about where we're going, and somebody who deals with this on a daily basis is here to talk with me about that. Robyn Williams from the Choice Center. Now, the Choice Center, enables you to deal with people's well, why don't you explain what it is that you deal with?
Well, actually, we're a leadership university, and part of our coursework is first, and number one is always identifying where I am, where I'm going, what's my vision, what's my plan. So we teach people how to take a look at where they are and how to get where they want to go, pretty much in any domain of life.
Now, it seems that most people have the same issues this time of the year. I mean, they have the same kind of resolutions. I want to lose weight. I want to exercise more. I want to stop smoking. And it seems it's year after year, people make the same resolutions, and what is it? They don't take them serious? Because they, the next year they're making the same resolution.
Yeah.
And we look at America and look how overweight most people are. Why is it that when people say they're committed to do something, that it doesn't last?
I think the number one reason is people lose track of why they had that goal to begin with. So, we all have a vision, if you will, or a big picture. Why do I want to be healthy and fit? Why do I want to feel good about myself? I want to have confidence. I want my self-esteem to be up, because that then allows me to be the best at whatever else I'm up to. And so along the way, because it takes discipline to stay on a roadmap to actually attain that goal, we lose track of that. We forget about it. We're out to dinner and we think, oh, if I order I'll just eat the French fries tonight. I'll go back to good eating tomorrow. In that moment, I'm not remembering that being healthy and fit and losing a dress size or gaining some muscle mass, it's not present. What's important is to keep the purpose or the goal present with us.
So does that mean you can't treat yourself? Hey, I know I've been on a diet now for a month. Okay,
Yeah.
I'd like to have ice cream this one time.
I think actually you have to set up your roadmap so that you're not saying no to yourself every day. You're saying yes and. So yes, I can have this kind of step off the center, and then yes, I'll be back on track this way. So personally, when I'm on a elimination of weight or get a little healthier goal, I make sure that I have a cheat day. So for 6 days, I absolutely stay on track, but I know that on that 7th day or whatever day we pick, that I can have that 2 bites of a hot fudge sundae or go eat pizza. So it's about saying yes and not being real rigid about it.
Now, you mentioned self-esteem. Now, I know you have a lot of experience in dealing with your leadership university, on dealing with issues on how do you get from one place to the next, but a lot of it seems to fall back on what somebody's self-esteem is and their confidence in achieving something.
Absolutely, Ed. Our self-esteem, our self-confidence rises as we accomplish. And so we have to be able to visualize what that goal will bring us in our lives. So if I'm looking for, you just mentioned weight loss, so health and fitness, how am I going to feel on my 10th anniversary with my husband when I'm back in the size 8 that is my goal? And then what happens in the relationship? I feel better about myself, so I start feeling better about my relationship, and I start bringing more, giving more to the relationship. So self-esteem, self-confidence, it reflects every one of our goals.
So where do you start? I mean, how do you start with, getting to feel better about yourself? Are there steps that you can really take to get there?
Absolutely, really simple steps. So first of all, take a look where you are, and then take a moment. What I like to ask people to do is free flow. So either on your computer or you can journal. Just start writing what comes to mind. Let's say you have a goal to open a new business, and you start writing, why do I want to open this new business? I want to add additional income for my retirement. I want to leave a legacy for my children, hand them off a business. Whatever those goals might be, I want to increase the quality of my life currently with my family. and that extra earnings is going to allow us a couple extra vacations a year, college tuition in the bank, and my retirement goes up. So I've got to get clear, be clear about why I want these goals. Then I create, once I'm clear, like the bell rings, that's it, that's the goal. I'm going to buy that franchise, I'm going to have 7 of them, and here's the benefits and the outcomes. And I get clear about all that. Then I make a strategic plan. I call it a personal strategic plan, which is a roadmap from where I am today to the outcome goal, the total goal. And along the way, I have benchmarks, steps I have to take, steps that I would take to buy that business and open it. And then most importantly, to work with that in partnership. So maybe we have business partners, so we hold each other accountable to our roles and our responsibilities. Maybe we have a coach. A lot of people have a professional coach today. Maybe we have a brother, a sister, a partner, a parent. But we want an accountability mechanism built into that where people, check in. Hey, it's the end of week 1. What did we get done? And then most importantly, taking a look at what worked and what didn't work. So being clear about what worked, so that's like the gas pedal in the car. If I know who I need to be and what actions I have to take to have that kind of a result each week, a percentage of increase or actions getting completed, then I want to show up being that person and taking those actions consistently. Then taking a look at what didn't work, and then I know, hey, this doesn't work. What are my options? What's another possibility? It didn't work for me to fit the gym in 5 days this week, getting up at 6. I need to get up a half an hour earlier to make sure I get there. So closing the gaps by looking at all the possibilities. And by using accountability like that, I can reevaluate on a weekly basis what shifts I'm going to make and walk into my next week and elevate my results. And just repeat that pattern until I get to my outcome goal.
Yeah, one of the things I know that you do over at Choice, I mean, you have not seminar, what do you call them? Seminars, retreats, or
workshops?
Workshops.
Yeah, courses.
Okay. Well, you have a workshop, and so you have a group of people to get together, and they each have individual issues and goals and directions that they're trying to personalize. But then as a group, they seem to get together and do group events. And it seems like one of those events that every group does is get together to do something charitable.
Yes.
To help third parties. How important is that in creating the self-esteem and the self-confidence?
It's highly important. We believe it's a pillar of living your life. We call it vision-driven. So, I have a vision, and that's what drives me, how I make my choices every day. Learning that giving back as part of my regular daily routine, that's vital for success, because inherently in every one of us, we have in our DNA a need to give back, and it raises our self-esteem, it raises our self-confidence. And it's one of those experiences that once we experience it, we know it, and while it's a concept, it may not make a lot of sense. If I put my focus outward on someone else, I'm taking my focus away from myself or my own goals, but actually it's a paradox, it's the opposite. When I give, when I focus out and I give back, it brings to me, I attract much bigger opportunities and results. So we use community service projects. You're talking about the teams and leadership that come together, and we give them extraordinarily big. A matter of fact, to most people, they look impossible, the goal. Right. And then we give them extraordinarily short timelines, and it's one of the mechanisms we use for them to create a big result as a team. They have to access creative genius and skills and talents that they normally don't dig that deep for.
Give me an example of what you're talking about.
Okay, so for instance, we had a goal. 2 teams just working together. It was about 40 people, 40 adults, and in 7 days they raised $130,000. And that money was directed to Habitat for Humanity to build a home. We were at that dedication for that home 2 weeks ago.